Got a professional at work here. We're rejuvenating plastics on my bumper bars on my old truck. Liam's loving it. Going really well. Keep going, buddy. Well, good morning. It is a beautiful Friday morning and we've loaded up the ute and we're going to go up to the farm. So, a bit of a convoy happening shortly, meeting them out on the highway. So yeah, doing a bit of mowing up there. It's a bit overgrown, but it's going to look awesome. And my brothers are going to do a bit of painting. So it's going to be a full weekend. Alright, here we are in Leeburn. So we're on 25 acres here. There's a few horses walking around. So as I said this morning, a bit overgrown, in a bit of a need of repair for things, but otherwise fairly straight. There's a winery next door, and they've got their music playing while they do some stuff. But yeah, we're on the top of the dam wall here, so I think we can make this look pretty good. So this is a really good...
John,
yep.
Kangaroos, 20
Yep.
kangaroos. Turn around there, look.
Oh yeah, there we go.
And they keep coming.
Yep.
Zoom in if you... Come on.
There's a fair few kangaroos.
And that's also why the grass is so short.
Yep. But no, we've found a good little spot down here that will come up really well for camping purposes, and prickly pears look kind of cool, but they suck a lot of water out of the land, so they're going to come down, and we'll trim back those trees and make it look really good as well. Right, so we're making short work of this just to make the entrance look a bit better. We've snipped up to the shed, and we're going to do that yard there, and all this entry area will make it look good. When you hit something with a bit of firepower, it makes it look so much better. We have lawn tractors and all that sort of thing, but they're not really set up for long grass like this. They're set up for residential areas. So this time around, we're just going to do the small yard, which is like, half an acre or something. And we'll also do the entry, just so it looks more inviting. Just get that grass down. But as you can see, just from doing this for 10 minutes, it's looking really good. I've got earmuffs on at the minute, so I may be talking a little bit too loud. But yeah, we're going to get that IBC tote off and put it up on the dam wall there, and run that down and water the grass and the gardens, make that look good. As you can see, just for a few old duffers, my brothers and I are going to make this look pretty good. We we'll wash that down. We're going to repaint the house on the outside and inside, obviously. Put new verandas on, make it look like a proper farmhouse with something that you can sit on the afternoon and watch the sun go down. Because as you can see right now, it's pretty basic, but we will make it look not basic. I can tell you that. Let's see what Gary's up to. He's got the big bob. And we're gonna cut back that tree. One of the verandas is gonna come out here. So it's gonna look really good. Seeing the potential already. Right, getting that down. Front's looking a lot better. Got a mask on at the minute, so looking pretty good. Blow that out. Get all this tidied up around the tank. So that's all down. So we'll get it tidied up a bit better than that. Sprinklers on. Well, good afternoon. We have done a fair bit here in just a few hours. We've made the place look a little bit more inhabitable. But as you can see, we've got a little bit of, got a caravan, got the Ranger, plus lots of stuff on the back of the Ranger. Got my ute and Gary's. So we've mowed down the house yard. We've got 25 acres here. So we'll hit that again tomorrow. We just wanted to get the bulk of it down. But you've got to get it looking like a proper yard rather than a ploughed field. So yeah, house inside, we're going to do some painting in there. It's actually quite a nice house. Once we do a bit more stuff to it on the outside, that will be excellent. The good old shed is getting clean at last. And we'll get it clean. The boys have set up the irrigation system pumping from the dam. So they've put an IBC tote on the top of the dam and making lots of things happen. But it's amazing what you can do. See the IBC tote up the end there? It's amazing what you can do with a few people and a bit of machinery. Even, well, it's not basic machinery that we've got, but it's not really meant for this. But this was just an overgrown mess when we got here. As you can see, the grass, how long it was on the other side of the little house fence. So we'll go over that again. And that patch of bushes there, that's not as bad as it looks. It sort of comes out pretty easy. So its bark is worse than its bite. But yeah, it's really starting to look good. Hopefully it rains tonight. We've got the boys are just hosing out the shed at the minute, but we will hook up sprinkler systems to the yard from that IBC tote tank on the dam wall. Let's have a look at the dam. All right, looking a bit red here, but it's just from exertion rather than sunburn. I've had this big hat on all day. But in the background here, we've got a nice little area where I'm gonna set up a bit of a tent and take Ronan, and I reckon he'll like that. Size of the prickly pears in the background. Obviously we won't camp under that widowmaker tree, but it's a nice clearing down here with grass that will green up really well. That's probably about 250 meters away from the house.
Unbelievable amounts.
Steaks all around.
Luxury.
At the Leeburn Hotel.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, so we are nearly there. Making a big difference, and then we've got to clean up the top of that tank because there are literally things growing out the top of it, including prickly pear. So we just want to get that cleared away because rainwater is kind of important. Getting Thunderbird 4 ready to pull over this tree just because we're bored and we can. Beautiful. Get there. So, that was in the tank. So that set of roots is about nearly 4 feet long. So yeah, the things you do. Well, it's looking a lot more like a real place. Even horses are walking around. But yeah, we've done a few hours of mowing and just general, not too hard, just doing a bit of work, then having a break, then mowing a bit more. But yeah, it's coming along really well. I can certainly see the potential, and I just love mowing. So you can see a result so quickly after you do it. So let's go and have a look at this horse. Have a bit of a visitor. How are you? Hello. So soon this one will have a few friends. But as you can see, it's really starting to look good. Well, it's cooled right down. We've done a lot of stuff. Let's have a look. I think we would have walked quite a number of kilometers today. But it's all fun. A really good entry. The sun's setting. Get these off. What a difference. Probably mowed around an acre today, just with the hand slashers. Side discharge mowers are really good for this sort of thing. Ran over a lot of horse manure as well. That'll spread it out a bit. What we'd really like now is a bit of rain in the next few days, and that'll make this come up really good. And tomorrow I'll concentrate on getting the hoses from the dam and some sprinkler action happening. But yeah, it doesn't take much, and the place starts to look so good. I feel like I'm a little bit sunburnt, but I think it's just walking all those Ks and having long sleeves on, and wearing a hat and wearing all that sort of stuff. So it's been really good. Be keen to get back here and do some more, maybe with some different machinery. Who knows? But, we're a couple of Ks out of town. There's a river nearby, but looking good. Be good to have a motorbike up here, or a four-wheel side-by-side sort of thing, like a Polaris or a Mitsubishi, like a Kawasaki. That'd be great. You may be able to see a few kangaroos. There's one sort of that way, but this morning there were not hundreds of them, but tens of them jumping around. But it's quietened down. Dusk, there he goes. So yeah, I think we're gonna get cleaned up and go up to the pub and have some dinner. That'll be great. All right, sun is setting. Done a fair bit of mowing. Just going to go up towards the dam and an area where would be a really good camping spot. But dusk is really cool out here. You can see the sun setting in the background. That looks pretty cool. So we've mowed a path just so it'll be a road in the future. We drove my ute towards the back of the property today and had a bit of a look around. The tree that we chopped down near the tank this morning is in a pile right there. So we'll wait for that to dry out and wait for the right conditions and burn it. But there's some really good little flat areas here that'll be really good for a tent or something. So all the wildlife is kind of coming out and having a look to see what's around. You can see that the horses and stuff have come up against the edge of the dam. It's pretty normal. But yeah, a really nice time of night. So yeah, really like it down here. Arm's getting sore. So yeah, just this little clearing here would be pretty cool to put a tent, because it's in shade for quite a lot of the day and you're not too far from the house. But I plan in future trips of really cleaning this area up, making it really nice. But yeah, I think this will look really nice through here. So Gary is painting inside. Robert's putting a new light in, a new light shade or something like that. I won't show you inside the house yet. It's all about, we're kind of camping in there, so it looks a bit of a mess at the minute. And they're going to put, new carpet, and Gary's doing all the painting, and that'll continue on in the coming days and weeks, just to make it look really good. So yeah, I think it is definitely time to go and get a steak. Got a really good steak last night from the hotel. Hotel is owned by, or used to be owned by, a Brisbane Bronco, and it was packed, absolutely packed. Because we're a long way from anywhere here, and that's about the place to be for everyone in town. So there you go. All right, so there's the dam. Hear the birds in the background. All right, signing off for now. Well, good morning. Just going home. Got to go back to work tomorrow, so I've got to square a few things away. But just driving through Clifton now. Beautiful little town, like stunning old architecture. Reminds me of a couple of towns that I've lived in before, like really similar. But the prosperity for the farms out here must be incredible at the minute, because everything's green, and the soil at Clifton is really good. So really impressed with Clifton. And as I said, I've never been here before, and I kind of can't understand why I haven't. It's not really on the way to anything that I needed in the past, but yeah, really nice. Up at Leeburn, really good too. It's a different sort of environment, different sort of geography, but nevertheless, we will tame it. I remember watching a movie called Mouse Hunt, and at the start of the movie there was a caption, and it said, "Without string there is chaos, and without water there is chaos, and without a bit of order there is chaos when you start dealing with a house." So the house was in quite a bit of disrepair. It's been sitting there for probably 6 months as a deceased estate. So we got stuck into just making it look more welcoming, while some of the others were fixing some of the practical things, like the water wasn't able to get into the tank. It had a tree growing out of it with a root system that was about 1 metre long and 30 centimetres thick all the way through. So a 30 centimetre by 1 metre cylinder of roots just going down into the tank. So just things like that, you just get them sorted out one bit at a time, and it'll be really good. So my brother is still up there painting. He doesn't have any requirement to be home this morning, but I think he's going later today. So as you can see in the background, look at just the beautiful farms and everything. The mountains are surrounding us, mainly on the other side where you can't see, but it's straight out of a magazine or something up here, and it's winter, so I'd love to see what it'll look like in the coming months in spring, when you get the rains, when the temperature starts to rise and things start to grow even more. But really good, really impressed. Bit envious actually. Always wanted an acreage lifestyle, not so much a farming lifestyle. I'm not really a farmer. I couldn't, if I had a farm, I couldn't have the heart to take anything off to get butchered or anything. I'd form too much of an affinity with them. And I'm terrible at growing crops, so I wouldn't make a very good farmer. But I do like the idea of having a property where you can spread out and you can play around with toys, and you can be somewhat self-sufficient. I'm not a hippie by any stretch, but I do like the idea of having the availability of timber that's fallen on the property that you can cut up and burn, and you know, have a few other little self-sufficient things as well, like solar, which you can have anywhere really. But really good. So I'm signing off for now, and might come on a little later.